What's up guys? Today I am going to be giving you 3 Lightroom tips. They're quick, they're easy, and this is definitely going to be looking more at a beginner than someone that's a little bit more advanced. So we're not going to go into a bunch of stuff. It's going to be quick and to the point. So, intro. Okay. So I have Lightroom pulled up here. I have a couple photos imported, and the first tip is the crop tool. Something very, very simple. However, I'm not necessarily going to use it to crop per se. So up here below the histogram, that's the one with all the mountains, on the left side is the crop overlay tool. When you click it, it puts a grid. Now it automatically defaults to the rule of thirds grid, so it divides top and right and left to a grid. However, if you press O, you actually cycle through different grids that still follow the law of thirds until you get to the end. So if you keep pressing O, you're going to get to one that's a big spiral. That spiral is what's called Fibonacci spiral. It's a very, very complex rule of thirds. Now on this photo, basically what I would want to do if I were to resize it is I'd want to set that spiral on my piece that I want my eye to draw. So when I resize this guy, that photo is much, much better composed than it was before. However, I would never have known that without Fibonacci spiral. So, crop overlay and tap that O button. Moving right along. Number 2. The second one is, it's kind of simple, and I laugh when I have to say it just because it's something that you don't necessarily think of. It is, don't be afraid of your auto settings. So over here on the right side, there is an auto. When you click the auto, what that does is Adobe Guru in here says, okay, this needs to be changed, this needs to be changed, this needs to be changed. It's not the end all be all, but it's definitely somewhere to start. The third and final tip is my presets. Now this is something that I might get a little backlash on just because presets are one of those things that you should be good enough to know how to get to that point without, no. Presets are definitely your friend because it gives you a solid starting point, okay? With that being said, there is one preset I'm gonna specifically point out, and that's under the curve setting, flat. So without getting into too much complication, what that does when you click flat is it will actually change your tone curve. Now that you might hear a lot about an S curve and all of this. What the flat does, it gives you an S curve and it crushes your blacks and crushes your whites. So basically what that means is it takes out a lot of those blacks. Something that a lot of photographers absolutely love to do. I think it's a little overused, but I do like to take my blacks out a little bit. However, when you're looking at your tone curve here, so notice they don't meet up in the corner. If I reset this, that line just goes from end to end. When I click on flat, it gives me an S curve and it raises the edge of this. So for me personally, I don't like crushing stuff a lot. So what I'll do is I'll actually drag this back down and add a little bit more of those blacks back in. And then I can raise my whites a little bit till I like the clouds. So when I adjust the whites, what I actually look for is white in the photo. That allows you to determine what you want that white to actually look like within everything else. Okay guys, that was your 3 Lightroom tips as quick as I can. That was crop overlay, and go ahead and press that O button to cycle through the overlays. It was use your auto, don't be afraid to click that guy and get a good starting point. And presets. Use your presets, go down to curve, click flat, all of that. The only thing that changes is actually your tone curve. It doesn't adjust any other settings, so that is one of my favorites to start with. Okay guys, till next time, like, comment, subscribe, all of that jibber jabber that everyone says. And what else do everyone say? Oh yeah, Kodiak Bay here, logging off. Keep creating.